I don't know what they thought they was doing at this Met Gala, but it definitely was not giving at all.
Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another Kingeries video. I have missed you all so much. I'm like, I cannot wait to get in front of this camera and tell these girls what I feel, what has been on my mind. Ooh, girl, and this is a perfect time. I hope you all are enjoying y'all Tuesday evening. We got a couple things to get into. Let me go ahead and tell y'all, girl, this is gonna be 2 videos. It might be 3, because once I start dragging and going in and telling y'all how I've been feeling about some of these teams, y'all gonna be ready for it. Now I wanna go ahead and tell you, I will be doing the mental health check-in on this video, girl, because I got some things I wanna get off my chest, honey, because, woo, baby, girl, it's a lot. So I've been doing a little updates about my experience and everything, the grieving process and all of these things on Patreon. People have been getting exclusive access about my thoughts, and that's honestly where I've been sharing some content while I've not been on YouTube, because it's just such a safe space for me and I just feel comfortable, and I appreciate my patrons so much, my Kings God over there. So if you're not a patron, you need to sign up today. The lowest tier is $5. You get access to all video topics. Now you don't get to suggest none, but you definitely get a chance to see the ones that are suggested, period. So let's go ahead before we get into any of these things. We gotta talk about Miss Blood Diamond. We gotta talk about the MET Gala. We gotta talk about Trick Daddy getting his salad tossed. We gotta talk about Summer Walker. All these things that y'all been asking me about, not available, but I am now. So before we get into all of that, let's go ahead and get into this mental health check-in, period. Where is Justice mental health? Oh my gosh. Woo, girl, she's all over the place, but she's getting to a place. Hey, have mercy. I'm getting there. I feel good. I want to thank you all and just love on y'all, like, for just giving me so much love and support over the last couple of weeks and understanding. Like, girl, what I need from you is, y'all was giving me all of that. I am not 100%, but I am definitely getting there. I'm taking it day by day. It was really nice to be a part, like, to be there with my family. I think that was the longest time I've ever been at home since I moved to Atlanta. And it was just good. It was really, really good. I'm thankful to be in a position where I can take off of, you know, seemingly work or whatever, and not focus on things and, you know, focus on family. That doesn't often happen. I miss my brother. I miss him so much. There are nights and days and mornings that I wake up and I still think about him. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit. I'm going to be, you know, having a conversation. I've been doing it on Patreon. I'm diving into just a little bit. Right now, we had a memorial service for my brother. My brother did not want a traditional funeral. I don't want one either. I'm telling y'all right now as we speaking, because I'm going to do a video talking about death, because I think it's a conversation we need to have. But Justin does not want no traditional funeral. Don't release no doves. Don't do any of that. I want it to be roast and gags. I want y'all to get up on the podium and drag me, girl. Make it a live stream for my supporters, like my supporters and my fans or whatever, to be able to watch. Make it a live stream if possible. Have it a roast, get on there and just say, girl, Justin was da 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 da. I want it to be fun, I want it to be laughs and all that. And that's what I was trying to make, like, possible for my brother, because that was who he was. My brother was very relaxed and enjoyed life, and baby, he loved him some trees, as my mama said, cutting some trees. My brother loved him some weed, and he would smoke, smoke, smoke. That's, you know, I don't smoke, but I want my people to enjoy themselves and all that. And I had to stand up at my brother's memorial service, and I had to, because it was way too much. Let me just talk about that a little bit, because I feel like that's a hot topic. Let me tell you, I don't know who that woman is, and I don't even care at this point, because I'm really in my element. But my brother did not want a traditional funeral. The goal was never to have him get a traditional funeral, viewing body, all that. My brother wants to be cremated, all of these things. My brother was not religious. I don't necessarily know. I think we were kind of the same, you know, with our beliefs and stuff, but I don't want to necessarily say, because I'm not sure, but I know he wasn't religious, and he damn sure did not want no organ in there playing. I don't know who this woman is, and I hope she sees this video, because I want you to know that if you ever do something like that again, I'm going to kick your ass off the podium. Homegirl had a whole band come in for my brother memorial service, and had them, what was that? I put on my robe to tell the story. And I'm like, I'm walking in, and I'm trying to, like, I couldn't even walk in with my family for the service because I had to make sure things were running right, the music and stuff, and my brother loved Florence and the Machine. So me and my little sister Cleo, hey boo, we were trying to make sure that my brother's stuff ran like smoothly. Like that was us like doing the work that we need to do to make sure this stuff is running right. And I'm walking in, I'm like, girl, where's this? I did not know that the organ and stuff is playing. I did not know that was my brother. I'm just like, okay, maybe this is memorial service, then they finna move on, then we're gonna have ours. This woman, who apparently is my brother's best friend's mother, got in front of it and just was just having for scene. I felt like she should have really asked. Nobody asked her to do that. I don't think my mother didn't ask her to do that. Nobody asked. We did not want that. We did not want to, I put on my robe. We did not want no doom and gloom and stuff. And I feel like I get really pissed off because I feel like folks want to put their stamp of approval with Christianity or their beliefs on folks. And it's not even about you, it's not even about them, it's about the person who we are remembering. And I just couldn't for the life of me understand why you would think it's necessary, because we didn't ask for that. Maybe she thought she was doing good, and that's, sometimes people think they're doing good, but it's not. It's very self-serving for yourself, because even she got on the stage and was like, and Jeremy love God, and don't you love God? What's wrong with you? And I'm like, my brother ain't never said that. The last time my brother probably said that was probably he was in elementary school. My brother was queer, my brother was gay, period, point blank, period. And my brother, like, I guess he just was not that type. He was not religious. So to have this woman here talk about, why would you sit here and say that he loved God all that, and when this God you're talking about, send my brother to hell? And that's not where he at right now. He is watching over me. He is over here watching over. He is a part of everything that I do. Like, he is involved in, like, he is still here with me in spirit. And that's how I want to remember him. I just don't want to believe, oh, it's just a mess. So, girl, that's why my mental health was there. I had to drag it. And I hope you see it. I hope you see it. I can't remember her name, but I hope you see it. But it was a lot of other drama and stuff that was going on. Girl, yeah, black folk be really showing out. Black folk be really showing out at the memorial services. My niece, child, for some reason, I don't know, girl, I want to drag it so bad. I want to, I'm going to be realistic. No, I'm not. I don't understand how we at a memorial service, we in here remembering somebody, and then you felt the nerve to, like, smoke, like, what's some of the things, like a vape pen. Like, we all had on our masks. This is the reason why I don't, well, folks, this is the reason why I'm very, like, my mother, father, I just really don't, like, I don't fool with people for this reason, because y'all gonna be saying crazy stuff. It's just, it's out of control. Like, whew, girl, but I feel better getting it off my chest, because I hope this story float to her. I put on my robe. Your choir sounded a mess. You sounded a mess. Did nobody ask you to get up there and sing? Did nobody ask you to get up there and sing? I even had to cut one of the guys who was talking, he was preaching. I said, this is not church service. This is not church service. Like, it was supposed to be Florence and the Machine. It was supposed to be my brother's favorite song, Grace. Grace! Come on, Florence and the Machine. Like, that was supposed to be, and I didn't even know about this song, Grace, until, like, they played. It's a beautiful song. I encourage y'all to listen to it, but that's my brother. Like, that was my brother. I was like, girl, y'all don't know my brother. Y'all don't know him. And although that me and him were not the closest, I did know him. And I did care about him a lot. But girl, whew, that's all I got to say about that. That's where my mental health is at. I feel so much better. You see why I had to disappear 3 weeks, because I would have been in there. The old Justin 10 years ago, had that happened 2 years ago, had that happened 10 years ago, I would have been dragging everybody. I dragged them a little bit, but it would have been me naming names, even showing pictures. It would have been giving a slideshow. It would have been giving a mess. But I got up at the end and spoke for my brother and whatever. I didn't really want to do that because I don't like attention on me when it's not about me. I only like attention on me when it's about me. When it's about somebody else, I take a seat back. Because I like attention when it's for me, but I don't want to ever come off like I'm attention seeking when it's about somebody else's moment. So that's where I'm at, girl. Girl, we gotta talk about some other stuff. There was some other stuff I was seeing. I was about to drag, but someone said, Justin, take your break, girl. Worry about your family, girl. Because let me tell you something. Brandon up in Michigan, up in Flint, Michigan, somebody who I thought was a kind of a, like, not a close friend, but a friend. I critiqued Beyonce's Blood Diamond situation, and he gonna tell me, Why are you talking about her? Shouldn't you be grieving? And let me tell you something. You better hope to God I don't ever see you, because the last thing I'm gonna give you with just my mouth will be something that you have never experienced before. For somebody to be staying in one of the poorest cities in the country and to be out here supporting and defending a billionaire when you won't even probably touch $100,000 is ridiculous. I don't know why y'all throwing yourself in front of trains to protect billionaires who don't even know your name. But girl, you need to go seek some help. But one of my friends says too much coke in his brain, so that's another conversation. But girl, I done drank it up. So let me get to these celebrities and all this other controversial stuff in the video. I put on my robe. Now that song is stuck in my head. To tell the story. I mean, they was really singing it. But girl, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's talk about the blood diamond situation. Let's talk about Queen Bee, because this is something I've been ready to have a conversation with about, because a lot of people just were not getting it, and they were taking it as if we were hurt. We had dragged a mama something. Beyonce is not your mother. She is a celebrity. She is an artist, a very talented artist at that. But Beyonce is not above reproach. She's not above criticism, especially someone who is making music like Black is King and all of this awareness to black stuff and da-da-da-da. Like, you can't give this revolutionary, like, aesthetic, and you can't be out here drowning police cars and doing this and that, and my black this and that, and then when it's really important for you not to perform, but for you to show a politic that matches the politic that you want to portray, it's when we have eyes on you. And you know, with Beyonce in this Tiffany campaign, and she had on this diamond that was worth, what, a couple of $1 million that was literally stolen. And for folks not to get that was very confusing to me, because you cannot try to cosplay as revolutionaries and sit here and do stuff like that and be like, okay, like which reminds us that celebrities and billionaires and rich folks cannot be revolutionary and still hold on to this. It doesn't work. It's going to be a constant clash. Yes, other folks wear diamonds. Other like black celebrities wear diamonds and all this other stuff, and folks who don't have money wear diamonds too. But I'll tell you something, like this gold chain I got on me, baby, this is a gift from my dad, and I guarantee you, the folks who be buying this stuff like this, we be ready to take it to the pawn shop if it comes to it, because I guarantee you, if it ever comes to a point where I can't pay something here, I'm going to be, I take off my chain to go to Cash Pawn and see what they're going to give me, period. Like, I'm not out here being offered a couple of $1 million to wear a $1 million diamond or whatever. I probably would never. The chances of me having a $1 million, $5 million piece of jewelry on my neck it will never happen. It will never happen. So you cannot call yourself, cannot cosplay as a revolutionary, making Black is King music, and doing all this stuff, talking about like the importance of Africa and all this other stuff and da-da-da-da. And then when it matters, you sit here, put your pen up, and you sit here giving this, European type of, this diamond, like I'm the first black woman. What does it mean to be the first black person to be wearing a diamond that was stolen from people? Like, what does that mean? That means absolutely nothing. And in my message to Mama Tina, I think Mama Tina is very sweet and all that, but honestly, the way Mama Tina be popping off on Instagram, it's becoming very concerning, because it seems as though Mama Tina has this politic and nobody's checking her and telling her that this politic is wrong. Because when my mama be saying some stuff that's off the wall or whatever, it's a little bit, dated and stuff, I remind her, say, hey girl, let's not use that term, let's not say that, let's not do that. And yes, she gets to know it, but I don't care. I don't want my mother to look stupid, or her, like she goes somewhere and be harmful to somebody else. Now, my mama ain't got no billions of followers. She ain't on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or none of these things. But Mama Tina literally has big followers. Like, Mama Tina has millions of followers. She has people paying attention to her, and she's out here posting this anti-black like commentary on all that. And I'm not giving her no grace because she's older, because that woman she is rich and she has a following. And somebody needs to tap Mama Tina on her shoulder and say, hey mama, this ain't it. So if Mama Tina's saying that out publicly, what is she saying in the house, in the dinners and stuff? What's going on? Mama Tina, like, to me, doesn't like poor black folks. That's what it's giving. I don't care what y'all say. I don't care. Love B. But none of y'all is above reproach. I even dragged my mama for some of the stuff she said. So I'm damn sure not going to let Mama Tina ass get on here and get all the privilege and access that she had over the years and get her here and spit on poor black folks and try to make us seem like, oh, y'all out here wearing diamonds. Y'all out here. Your daughter had on a, what, $3-4 million diamond that was given from a company that literally is stealing resources from the very country where she did music from, like what are you saying? It's not giving that. Which again reminds us, you cannot be a revolutionary doing this cosplay shit and then be a billionaire and talk about, girl, we sit here having this conversation, meanwhile Jay-Z and talks to allegedly on a football team. He's like, y'all history is very shaky. Celebrities do not care about us. Rich celebrities do not care about us. They are cosplaying for this to protect their brands. That's it. They don't care. And they care enough, but they are not willing. Like, yes, I've seen the $2 million they gave to HBCUs. It's a drop in the bucket. It's a tax write-off. I ain't for it. It's not given, and neither should you. You don't need to be jumping in front of no train protecting no billionaires right now where we can't even afford to pay for health care. Even me, if it wasn't for the VA and all the other stuff, I would not be able to really afford my HIV medication that is detrimental to my livelihood, me living. So what are we saying when like working class folks don't have access and can't afford health care? What does that say when you got folks working 2 or 3 jobs trying to make ends meet and still not making it? What does that say when Atlanta currently is on the climb to be the same, the prices of apartments and stuff in housing in Atlanta is on track to be the same as somewhere in California? What does that say, y'all? Come on now. We cannot be out here protecting billionaires. We cannot be out here protecting politicians. These folks are not our friends. They're not our friends. So I say that like Beyoncé is human, period. But she was dead wrong for putting on that diamond. She was dead wrong. I don't care how you feel about it. It just is what it is. You know, it just wasn't right. It just wasn't right. It just makes her look like a hypocrite. It makes her look like that, like she's cosplaying. Even her husband, whole situation when it was, what was it, Basquiat, you know, cosplay. It was just, I was like, girl, what the hell is this? What is this? And it's just, you know, my main criticism is to Tiffany and company because y'all literally are profiting off the back. Like, y'all have built entire fortunes off of slavery. Like, stealing labor, exploiting black folks. Like, I cannot let y'all live with that. It's just very concerning. It's all of that. So that was my thoughts on that. Girl, and I was like, girl, if you didn't get the criticism, you need to do your readings. You need to do your readings. I mean, you can type in why it's problematic. It's whole articles and stuff that I was able to find resources to talk about it like that. So if you want to do your research, do your research. But let's move on, girl. Let's talk about Miss MET Gala, honey. Miss MET Gala 2021, I don't know what she was giving, but she definitely was not giving fashion. But you know what? She was giving fashion. She was giving Miss Fashion. And what's the name? The theme of the MET Gala 2021 was In America, a lexicon of fashion. To me, I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. Fashion, American fashion period, how we look at it, is very Eurocentric, very white, very thin, and I just don't care. I just don't care. I don't care if this looks good, because I'm looking at a lot of folks were saying, oh, she looks good, she looks this and that, and this, oh my gosh, he looks, and it was just like, I was noticing that a lot of folks who were getting praised for looking good, even during New York Fashion Week, it was just thin people. Like, thin people were getting praised for stuff that a fat person does not, if they can even get it in their size. Like, it was like, it's barely any dark skinned folks. It's barely even, like, it's just, I don't care about fashion. And honestly, shout out to Miss Semi Moonlight, because I was having a conversation with my close friend Harold, and he sent me a screenlight of Semi Moonlight on Instagram, where she literally posted, like within like I had this conversation with my friend probably around like 12 o'clock. I don't know when it was, but he sent me a screenshot and he literally said, the way you literally just said this, and this is what Semi Moonlight said, my last New York fashion look was a moment. Y'all know I love an orange. It felt so good walking around in this by Hania Official. In other news, New York Fashion Week was interesting. I made it fun by being around the right people, but I couldn't help but notice the lack of dark-skinned, fat, and non-thin models and people in the spaces. I couldn't help but notice the lack of homage to black creators and designers despite the influence being in the space. Everywhere in the space, I couldn't help but notice the lack of representation despite hearing the word more times than I can count. Many of the looks I saw were considered good because they were on thinner people, which begs the question, is it fashion or is it thinness? The industry is nowhere near progressing, but at least I got my looks off, and that's all I've been saying. That's all I've been saying. Like the stuff that Kim Kardashian had on, like she looked like, Kim Kardashian was walking around here looking like a chalkboard. And they was just, oh my gosh. Like, oh my gosh, just so, oh my gosh. If a fat person would wear that, Lizzo or somebody, a fat person or whatever, whoever, it would have not been read like that. It would not. Rihanna dressed up like a blunt for a photo shoot. A fat person would put it on, they would have been taken as a joke. But Rihanna can serve it as fashion. Like it's just, I can see certain things that thin people can do. It's fashion, it's all of those things. But if it's a fat person that does any of this, it's gonna be looking like it's a joke, or it's like, oh girl, this is cosplay, or this is this and that. And it's just like, like this is fashion. This is giving that. So I love this article written by Vanessa Cougar, who wrote this for Refinery 21. She said Black American culture was missing from the Met Gala red carpet. That was the title of it. And in this article, she's basically just calling out, you know, where was the blackness? Where was it? Y'all spent the last 2 years talking about blackness, representation, but I didn't see any of that in any of the pictures, any of the fashion. And it was very hard for, black designers to even get tables to even be at the Met Gala because there's not a lot of black, like they don't have the resources. They're not getting invited to be a part of it. I told you I was gonna be a long video, so go ahead and watch part 2.